Hi everyone, welcome again to another episode of How to Cook Mexican Food. Today we're going to cook some delicious enchiladas mineras, which are very popular here in Mexico in the state of Guanajuato. And these are not complicated to make. You can order online the peppers, and the rest of the ingredients are going to be simple to find. Remember, all the ingredients are going to be written down on the description in case you guys have questions. So we're going to need, here is everything, all the stuff. For the sauce, we're going to need about 10 guajillo peppers, which are not spicy. We're going to need 2 garlic cloves, a small piece of onion, a pinch of cumin, and a pinch of oregano, just a little bit. To serve our enchiladas, we're gonna need chopped onion, some fresh cheese. You can even use feta cheese, any fresh cheese that you can find on the supermarket of your choice. Some chopped lettuce, some pickled jalapenos or chiles en vinagre. These are sold in cans, mostly on Mexican delis. Some tortillas, a little bit of pork lard, or in another case, some cooking oil. You can substitute it very easily. We're also gonna need potatoes and carrots, which are peeled and chopped, okay? So that is almost everything. A little bit of salt that we're gonna need, and that is it. Here in a casserole, I have about 2 quarts of water, and I'm also gonna add the potatoes and the carrots, and we're gonna try to cook these, okay? If you want to buy them frozen, go ahead and do it, but fresh is always better. We're gonna wait here a while until they are cooked. I'm gonna season this with about a teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna wait here probably 15 minutes until they are cooked. Meanwhile, here I have the guajillos, which have been cleaned and everything as always. We're gonna wait for them to come to a boil, and we're gonna let them simmer for about 15 minutes so that they get soaked. I am back with the potatoes and the carrots, which are cooked right now. Just don't try to overcook them, because after we're gonna give them another, we're gonna try to cook them in the pan with a little bit of oil and some sauce just to give them some flavor. So after these are done, we're gonna drain the water out of them, and we are gonna be ready to make our sauce, okay? After the peppers have been well soaked for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, we are gonna place them in the blender. We're gonna add the oregano, the cumin, the onion, and the garlic cloves, okay? I'm gonna add about 2 cups of water, and I'm going to blend this into a sauce very well, okay? Then here I have a pan. I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil. I'm gonna wait for this to get really hot, because this is when it's gonna give us flavor in our dishes, okay? So after this is very hot, you're gonna place the sauce, and you're gonna feel the power of this, but it's gonna get a lot of flavor. So just we're gonna season this with a little bit of salt. Just try to taste it to see how much it's gonna need, and after it comes to a boil, you can see we're gonna leave this here for 5 minutes simmering, and we're gonna turn it off. After you turn it off, we're gonna place this into a bowl just so that these cool down a little bit, because with this dish we don't want to work with a hot sauce, because it's not gonna be good for the tortillas. They're gonna fall apart. So cool this down a little bit, and then I'll be right back. So I have here mostly everything, and what I am going to do, guys, is that I'm going to take just half of the cheese and half of the onions, and I'm going to make kind of a mixture. I'm going to mix these two, and this is going to be our filling for our enchiladas. This is going to be for adults, of course, because children don't like onion. So that's why I left a little bit of just cheese on the side, so that this is gonna be for the children. I have the potatoes ready and the sauce. So here I have my comal here, which I am going to heat up, and I'm going to start by adding a little bit of the lard. Okay, in case you guys could not find the lard, Just use cooking oil. Okay, so when it's hot, take your tortilla and try to cover it with the sauce, okay? I'm gonna work 3 at a time, so it's easy. Then after you guys have your 3 tortillas there, you're just gonna give them one, flip them once, okay? So flip them once and leave them there for another minute, okay? You're not gonna be able to keep turning them and turning them because they're gonna fall apart. So after 1 minute of these, I'm gonna start to prepare them. I'm gonna put the sauce aside so that you guys can see better. So this is the onion and cheese mixture that I did, and I'm just gonna place here just about 1 or 2 spoons of it, and then I'm gonna take my cooked potatoes and onions, and I'm gonna kind of season them. Okay, just put them in the pan, add a little bit of the sauce, and if you want, you can add a little bit of the lard or just some cooking oil so they can cook and they have some flavor. So I'm going to be using this white plate to prepare all of my enchiladas, and then I'm going to place them in the other plate where I'm going to serve. So this, as I said before, if you guys just cook them a little bit until they have some flavor, and as you guys can see, the color change of the potatoes and also the flavor, because I cooked them for about 5 minutes in the pan, and this is ready to finish it out with some lettuce and a little bit of more cheese on top. It depends how you like it, because if you like a lot of onion, or maybe you guys don't like it, just prepare them however you want it. If you want to use sour cream or on this, it's okay. I mean, you can use it. It's gonna depend on you guys. So this is the final dish, and there is practically everything. You guys gonna have to repeat the same thing for all the plates that you guys are going to do. And I will probably suggest to cook the potatoes and the carrots in a separate pan so that you can work faster, and it's gonna make it much easier. And as always, guys, here we are tasting the dish, which is delicious. I know you guys are gonna like this. Remember that if you want to help me out with this channel, you can rate this video, subscribe, and leave me your comments. Okay, see you next week. Bye.